Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into another video, and today I'm going to be talking about the roadmap of 2021 and 2020, of course, the end of 2020, but there is a couple of information here that will explain sort of what has happened through this entire year, so bear with me for a little bit. The first thing that they are mentioning on this roadmap is that, unfortunately, due to the entire COVID situation, a lot of people are working from home, as you understand, as it's normal. Many companies have been doing that, and Paladins has been one of the companies that have been doing that. In fact, you can see that we were lasting around 3 months between each patch, but they believe they're gonna be able to change that in the beginning of 2021, but we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen. It's too early to tell. But as you guys know, due to the situation, the people that bought the season pass from 2019 also had the 2020 for free, basically embedded into the 2019 season pass. If you don't know what the season pass is, that's a pack that it's on the store. You can just go and check it out. It's like a DLC. It pretty much has all the new characters for free, all their all their emotes, their MVP poses, and even an exclusive limited skin, like a silver version of the normal skins of these new champions to come, and then a horse and a victor skin. There's a bunch of things in that pack, but instead of prolonging it one more year, since, you know, they lost a lot through this entire year, they're basically going to be giving 200 crystals to whoever bought the season pass. So I'm, for example, going to get those 200 crystals because, in case you haven't understood, the fourth champion that they said that it was coming up on this year is not actually coming out on this year. It's going to come out in the beginning of 2021, unfortunately. You know, things got a little bit too long, if I had to say. 3 months for a patch is a little bit too long, in my opinion, but I mean, that's the only way that we had to go. And yeah, unfortunately, we're only going to get the data mine champion Vora in around October. And then we're going to have to wait for the new champion, which we're still unaware what it is. But it's coming out on February 2021. So at least we know exactly when it's coming out. As for events, that's another question a lot of people have been asking. They also mentioned this in the roadmap. The events for now in 2020, it's not going to happen. You can just forget it. There's only going to be those XP bonuses or avatars by playing, etc. But there's not going to be a new event until 2021, which they mentioned that specifically on the page of the roadmap, where they had the question there and then answered with the following. The question was, will we ever get events like Rise of Furia back? And the answer was, currently, there are no plans to bring back old events or create new ones in 2020. However, the dev team is looking into possibilities to give players different gameplay experiences in 2021. So, this doesn't necessarily tell us we're going to have events in 2021, but at least it tells us that something is to come on 2021, that it's at least close to the Rise of Fury event, so that's actually pretty good. But with that said, let's go through the roadmap as fast as possible. September, update show, so the next patch or the next battle pass, I assume, would be September. No, the new Flank Champion is not coming in that time because they said they want to try to split it. So the middle of this battle pass, we're going to have oh, actually, not even the middle. It's actually going to have a new battle pass on October. Apparently, in September is only going to be the update show. The patch is only coming out on October. I guess that it's supposed to be like the end of September then, since this is the way that it's going. So end of September, update show. Probably beginning of October, we're going to have the new Flank Champion, a new battle pass together, and also the map update for Frozen Guard, which we've already seen that before. If you haven't, I had a couple of videos regarding this information almost in the the beginning of this year, because it was already announced at HRX. There was already a couple of pictures about that. They're apparently also going to be updating a little bit on the visual of the Shattered Desert map, only visual. I'm not assuming they're going to change any terrain or anything like that. It's only going to be visual. And there's going to be the so-called Halloween community weekend, where we're going to have some avatars by just playing. You just unlock them by playing, and XP bonuses, but that's about it. And November, we're gonna have a new skin for the latest Paladins champion, which would probably be the so-called Determined champion Vora, which, in case you haven't seen, apparently some people have been having these weird glitches, even on consoles, which it's kind of hard to do what the Determineds do on PC, where they've been having the menus for Vora, and the only reason why we know the name Vora is because it's what it shows there. The champion doesn't have a picture, we don't even know how she looks like. We suspect that it's a girl, and we suspect that she has some sort of like a dagger or a scythe or whatever it is, because there's a picture for a skin of the Squadron for Ashe, that in the back there's two unknown characters. One of them we already identified as Corvus, but the other one is supposed to probably be Vora. We're not entirely sure, and if that's how she looks like, she's almost like a version of Maeve with, instead of knives or daggers, it's like scythes. And she's a new flank champion, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, there's gonna be a new skin for her. I'm not assuming it would be that Squadron skin, because I mean, if that would be the thing, they probably would release the one for Corvus as well, and I'm assuming that it should be some sort of a battle pass only for the Squadrons or something. So, December, we're gonna have the update show, which then will only be coming out in the beginning of 2021, the new battle pass. So we're only going to be seeing in December what's going to happen, but we're only going to have that update on the beginning of January. There's also going to be a holiday community event similar to last year, and if you don't know that, I'm basically going to leave the link in the description of this entire news of the roadmap. There's going to be a link in there in the middle. You can just enter it and you'll see what the last event was. But basically you'll have 4 new avatars. There's like a calendar, and every day you will unlock stuff. You will unlock crystals, gold, avatars. Sometimes we'll have all the damage champions unlocked. Sometimes we'll have all the flank champions unlocked, and so on. There's also going to be XP bonuses. There's going to be a new holiday skin. That one I'm not actually aware of who it could be for. There's no indication of what would be for. But if it would be, for example, for Torvald, a lot of people have been crying about that. Imagine a Santa Torvald, that would be pretty cool. There's also going to be a new mount. I'm assuming, since they're saying new holiday skin and even new mount, it probably will be a pack like the Sugar Plum Willow. So, yeah. Back in January, we're going to have the new Battle Pass. That's probably when it's coming, the so-called patch. And then, this is the part where I was mentioning of having the character coming up in the middle of the patch and not in the beginning. The new champion, the 4th champion that unfortunately we're not going to get in 2020, is going to be coming on February. So it's 1 month after the patch comes in, and there's also going to be a new season starting with the new champion. Which is kind of weird, because I would still prefer the season to start with like the patch immediately with the new battle pass. But I mean, maybe we can have a bit of a time to adapt. I don't know exactly what they're planning, but we're going to have to wait until then. Still a couple of months until we get to that part. But beyond that, as I mentioned, owners of Season Pass, you're going to have 200 crystals. In the future, it's not going to be immediately right now, okay? It's at a later date. They haven't announced it yet. And they also mentioned one thing that I found really interesting, which they say the following. Starting in 2021, we plan to start separating champion releases from Battle Pass releases, so that you will receive a new Paladins update every 6 weeks. This is the part that I was mentioning, that it's going to be separated, so it's going to be like mid-Battle Pass already, but apparently we're going to have a new patch every 6 weeks. But, according to my calculations, this means that it will be still 3 months for each Battle Pass, but a month and a half to have something new added in the middle of the Battle Pass. So we start off with a patch, we get the Battle Pass. In the middle of the entire cycle of this Battle Pass, we're going to have like a new champion or a new event or anything that they decide to put in. And then again, 1 month and a half later, that's when the Battle Pass ends and we'll probably get a new one. So that's actually pretty cool. That means we're going to have a lot more content coming out every 1 month and a half. That's pretty good. I'm not going to lie. A lot of people were already asking for this. I mean, we're already having 2 months between patches, and that was already rough. Now imagine having 3 months, people already completing battle passes in less than 2 to 3 days, and then there's nothing new events or characters. There was 2 characters already this year, but there's only going to be 1 more, and while we were having 6 sometimes, so it's kind of rough, alright? So at least in the beginning of 2021, it seems a little bit promising, so Hopefully, it will be. They also answer a couple of questions in there, like, for example, are we still fixing bugs? They say, of course, we are, and they explain where you can report these bugs and so on. There's also talking about the lag experience. Apparently, this is still something common, unfortunately, and although it has been fixed for most of it, not entirely, it's actually good that they mentioned this, that there is a place specifically, which is paladins.com/match ID. I'll leave this link in the description. If you have any sort of a match where, I don't know, you're having trouble in jumping, your abilities are not working in time, your ping shows one thing but you feel like you have a bigger ping. If any of this is happening, please by all means just send it to this link. I'll leave it down in the description so they can try to fix it. They already fixed a part of it but not entirely till the end. Now, to finish off the video, I want to talk about something else. It's Royale, not Paladins. I know that a lot of people don't even care about Royale at this moment, but there is a little bit of an information here by Stuart, one of the big persons, big people back on Hi-Risk, not even Evil Mode, just actually Hi-Risk, and this person is also in charge, also a part of Rogue Company. And he came out with an answer basically to some little drama happened on Twitter, and the entire thing started when on the Discord of Royale, somebody from the team of Royale said that there was going to be some new things coming in this year. And, you know, Octane Pro, who's a very good friend of mine, asked if this new thing was going to be like a new patch, new battle pass, new event, or just actually like a new skin or a new DLC of a skin. Apparently, he got his answer because he later on came out with a video explaining that there was not going to be any new major patch during this year. There was not like a necessary confirmation by any employee of the entire company, nothing, you know, out there that would be really solid for this. So there was actually other streamers attacking Octane Pro over this and saying that it was lies and that, yeah, new patch, big new patch with, I don't know what they were saying, but they said that it was a huge patch coming out. Octane did fire back saying, no, it's not true, this is not true, you're just basically giving false hopes to the community. And later on, Stuart saw this and came out with a big text on Twitter to answer to this. And what they basically said was that they are not planning on shutting down Royale, but they're not planning on doing anything for it either. It's going to remain active, and unless there's anything that it's necessary to just fix this tiny little bug that it may be, you know, really important for performance or something like that, or anything that they see that it's necessary, unless it's something like that, they're not going to add any new things. There may be 1 or 2 skins coming out during the year, who knows, but that's it. There's no new battle pass, there's no new nothing, okay? The servers will still be maintained, they will be online, you still will be able to purchase stuff, you'll still have all the ways to get the crowns and so on, but that's about it. And they explain it why, that unfortunately, for example, Smite in 1 month is making more money than Royale has ever done through the entire year of 2018 and 2019 together. Paladins is doing almost this, like half, I would say. So basically, in 1 month, they do the equivalent to what Royale has done in the entire 2018. But that's actually, like, worrying for me, but I'll explain why in just a bit. And then they also mentioned that Royale, a Rogue Company actually, sorry, in just this lift of the NDA made more money than Royale has ever done before, just in this release of the NDA. So yeah, Rogue Company is making a lot more money, and they want to make sure that they can evolve Smite, Paladins, and Rogue Company, so they're going to focus on that, and they're going to leave Royale to the side. This doesn't mean that maybe everything starts going well, and they just decide, you know what, now we're going to invest on Royale again. Who knows, right? Or they're just going to rework the entire game. Who knows? There's nothing confirmed, by the way, I'm just saying, like, imagine, right? But I'm not saying this is actually a reality. Unfortunately, it is not, okay? So, yeah, there's not a lot of people on the Heroic Leap team, which, by the way, this is the team that is working with Royale. So, for now, you're still going to be able to play Royale, but there's not going to be anything new. We got the bots, so the matches are a little bit easier. There's not as many people playing the game, and that's about it. There's nothing really much more there to talk about that. The only thing I can say, and this is something that I've said to multiple different people, even some devs that I know of the team, is that the only thing that, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, the only thing that I saw that they did wrong at the start of the release of Royale was the fact that there was not actually anything to purchase. As you guys remember, Ninja went to play the game, Summit, Team Tat the Man, and so many big streamers played Royale, but there was nothing literally to buy back in the day. So they missed a big opportunity with almost 100,000 people playing the game. That could have been probably enough to them to get a little bit of revenue so they could invest it back in the game, but unfortunately that never happened. I think that they were not expecting the success they'd had in the beginning of the game. And then of course, you know, there was a lot of bad decisions throughout time, but you know, what's there, it's there. They only can just basically learn from the mistakes they've done, and they already embraced it, they already said it before. So there's nothing new there to do. And that's pretty much it. There's information about that. There's information about Paladins roadmap. I'm not going to be talking about that in mind for Paladins. I think you guys already seen most of it and already know most of it as well. So yeah, the apparently new champion coming up in October. Correct? Yes. October, I think. Yes, October. Which is supposedly Vora. It could be just a code name. Who knows? Maybe it will be changed. Maybe they're trolling us. It's not the first time. And in fact, there's a lot of things through this entire data mine of the Vora character that basically suggests that they're trolling us, including we may have been bamboozled by a developer on Twitter, but I'm not going to mention that just because I'm not entirely sure yet. As soon as I have information about that, I'll let you guys know. But for now, that's all I want to drop for Vora. I'll see you guys on the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed this long, I haven't been doing no episodes of ROM news in a long time, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode that came really late, but still with some pretty good information. That's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, have a wonderful time and stay safe out there. Bye-bye, guys.